Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 71787, Creative Ninja Brick Box from the LEGO Ninjago theme. This set contains 530 pieces, 6 minifigures, and will retail for $59.99 in the US. This set does not officially release until January 1st, 2023, but it was sent to me early by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. Before we get started, I'd just like to ask you guys please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm doing a bunch of early 2023 LEGO reviews, including more Ninjago reviews as well as a bunch of other themes, so if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, it'll help put those videos in your feed as soon as they're posted, and also really help support me in the channel. But with all that being said, let's get on to this review. So here is the Ninja Brick Box, and as you can see, the name is accurate. It comes in a giant brick box. Normally I don't show packaging in these videos because I don't think it's necessarily relevant to the quality of the set. However, this is more than just packaging. When you buy this set, you also get a storage container, which I actually think is really nice. Now this is not new for LEGO. We've gotten previous brick boxes in the past that have come with something similar, if not this exact same thing. However, I've never gotten any of those before, and this is the first time Ninjago's ever gotten a brick box, so I did want to show what the actual brick box looks like. Now I have this set built up, however I put it away in here. I have no idea how much it's broken since I put it in here. I built it on my college campus and brought it home, so let's get this opened up, and I'll show you what the brick box looks like inside. Okay, so you open this up from the sides, and yeah, okay, everything's mostly intact. But there's what the interior of the brick box looks like. You can see you can store a bunch of pieces in there, whether they're fully built sets or just loose pieces. But now let me take this stuff out of here, and I'll show you all the different builds that come in this set. Now, of course, this is a brick box, so the idea is you use these parts to just create your own builds. However, the set does come with 7 different instruction packets to build 7 different suggestions, and that's what I have built up here. So that's what I'm going to be taking a look at for this review. Oh, and also real quick, in case you're curious, there's how the brick box looks when empty. So I'll begin with the vehicles in the set, first with this car for Kai. And we've gotten many different Kai cars before. In fact, there's another one even in this wave. So I would have preferred a maybe more interesting build, either for a different ninja or just a different build for Kai. However, as this is the brick box, is meant to be like your own ideas, and is also meant to help like introduce younger kids to Ninjago, I guess I don't mind there being a Kai car here, though maybe the other Kai car in this wave should have been for a different ninja. But anyway, yeah, this is cute. As it's a brick box, there's no stickers here, but I do like these angles for like the front of the car. There's also an engine sticking out of the hood as well as 2 stud shooters. Something interesting about these stud shooters is when I got them out of the box, the like gray piece that goes into them to like allow them to actually shoot, that was already connected. They weren't 2 separate pieces. Not sure why that is, I guess to make it easier for kids, but I just found that interesting, so I thought it was worth mentioning. But yeah, stud shooters, of course, you push down on them and stud shoots out. In this case, instead of studs, it's orange tiles, but it works just the same. This stud shooter and engine combo is also like very easily removable, so that way I guess you can imagine Kai gets in a fight and it pops off, or like that they're repairing the car and you put it back on. Simple little transformation there. Got some slow pieces as well as 1 seat for Kai to sit. You can plop him in the car just like that. And then there's 6 total exhausts out the back, which definitely give off like sports car vibes, as well as this little wheel back here. Yeah, I think this is a cute little car. Of course, you could roll it around. Easily like the least complex car Kai's ever had, but it fits in the context of a brick box. So in my opinion, it's pretty solid. The other vehicle in the set is a bike for Nia, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I believe this is the biggest Ninja Nia vehicle that she has had since the movie. Obviously, she got Nia's Samurai X mech last year, but that was for Samurai X. In terms of like water ninja vehicles, since the movie, if she had any vehicles at all, they were pretty much just side builds. I think this little tiny thing is the biggest vehicle she's had in like a full-size set since the movie. That's very sad to say, but at the very least, she does have something here. I'm glad she does finally have a vehicle, even if it's just a few parts of the brick box. And yeah, this is definitely significantly smaller than Kai, so there's not too much going on here. I like this little guard at the front, and the system to attach these wheels is pretty cool. The blue parts add like a nice rounded shape, but yeah, it's not too complex of a build. There's a seat for Nia to sit right there. No steering wheel or handlebars or anything, which is a little unfortunate. Just doesn't really make sense. I wish she had something to like imply that she was controlling the vehicle, but there's how she looks actually on it. It can be fun to roll around just like Kai's car, but I don't have a ton to say about it. Then the next 4 small builds are part of this like little training course. And this is probably my favorite part of this set. When I was a kid, I always wanted like a Ninjago training course to sort of like replicate what we saw in the first episode of the pilots, but we never really got that in any of the sets. They did little things every now and then, but this is pretty much exactly what I wanted. Not exactly perfect because it is not based off the pilots, but it's pretty darn close and it's fun, which is what I wanted as a kid. I wanted like a fun training course for my ninja, and this is exactly that. First, you have like these 2 platform obstacles. They have like fire shooting out of them, and I think the idea is you just have your minifigure try to jump from platform to platform without being burned burnt by the fire. That's simple and very much up to your imagination, but I still do think it's very cool. Then you have this little trading dummy which holds a sword and a sai. There's a golden minifigure head and a golden straw hat on that, which are nice parts to get. And this basically just spins. Another Sybil build, but I think this one's actually very fun, because you can have your minifigure come up and like hit this with a sword or something, and that'll actually make it spin. So I think this is both good for play and display. But then this has to be the best build. This feels straight out of the pilots. It's like this large post with two beanbags hanging off of it, and just like in the pilots, these beanbags can spin. So if you like want to imagine recreating that scene, you can have your character run in, try to dodge these, avoid getting hit by them, and I think that's super cool. It's finally been represented in a set, because that's just like one of the most iconic scenes from Ninjago, so finally seeing it here is awesome. Now this build's not perfect. These beanbags are a little bit heavy, so if you spin this too fast, this entire post will fall off. There you go, just like that. But that's because it's built with simple brickbox parts. You definitely could modify this to make it sturdier, and regardless of if you do or not, it's very easy to fix. And that play feature is just so much fun, I don't even mind that it's not the most sturdy. Yeah, I absolutely adore this. This combined with the other trading parts, easily my favorite part of this set. So cool. Next we have two little buildings, and the buildings are probably the most substantial parts of this build. There's also one other that's a little bit bigger, which we'll take a look at in a moment. And these are quite fun for play. I like that you get so many of them here, because they each serve different purposes. The first one's a little blacksmith shop. It comes with the original Sword of Fire, so it's cool to see that's still coming in sets. I was worried after Crystallized that it might get retired, but nope, it's still here. It also comes with Thor's hammer, which I guess is just meant to be a blacksmith's hammer. And of course, that's sitting on top of a little anvil. There's also a barrel with two golden shurikens in it. Once again, the classic shurikens rather than the crystallized ones. There's also a new printed banner piece to represent the blacksmith shop, and then it also comes with this printed dragon tile, which is not new. However, that's normally only in 4+ sets, so it's nice to see it in another set here, and I think you get a total of 3 of it in this set. Roof design's pretty simple, but it's used pretty much in all 3 of the buildings. There's a little room out the back to store things if you wanted to, but yeah, I don't have much else to say on that. The next little building is very similar, but instead of a blacksmith shop, it's a little tea area. I like how it's built up on a stone platform, and that just helps vary the terrain a little bit. You get a teapot and 2 teacups, and then it's pretty much the same exact roof, even down to the storage in the back. So yeah, I think these two are pretty good. Nothing exceptional, but they're cute additions to add to a Ninjago display, and I think they can be a lot of fun for kids to play with too. Next, here's the bigger building, which is done in a very similar style to the smaller ones, though obviously bigger. There's 2 printed banner pieces at the front that have like the core ninja logo on them. I believe those are new for this set. They do look kind of familiar, but I can't put my finger to like where they would have come in the past. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those are new for this set, and they do look really good. Core really loves giving us exclusive printed banners, but no, these are nice to add to this build. There's like a little stone walkway, some sides to guard the entrance, room for minifigures to stand like on the balcony if you want, and then there's just a giant open doorway to get inside. Inside of this building, there's nothing. Now there's things you can attach here, which we're going to take a look at in a moment, but by default, there's nothing in particular you're supposed to put here. It's up to you to customize that for yourself. And then there is also an upper level, which also basically has nothing in there. More of these sharper pieces that you can put things on if you want. You can see that roof design's basically the same. There's like a little golden fed so you can have a character look out from there. And then at the very top, the roof is quite flat in the back, but you can see it's topped off with 2 golden frogs, which are perfect. Obviously because they're frogs, they're goofy, but they do create a nice point as well. Really add to the overall shape. And then of course, same printed dragon symbol out the front. So very simple little dojo build. Definitely not filled to the brim with details, but this is a brick box. It's made to be for your own imagination. You're meant to be able to customize, rebuild things. So I think it's fine that it's played in there. And as I mentioned, there's things you can add in, which we'll take a look at right now. Because the final 3 builds of this set are 3 accessory racks. You have 2 weapon racks and 1 like tool rack, and these just come with a variety of different weapons for you to give the ninja. This is actually a lot of fun. It reminds me of the kind of things that would be in like 2011, 2012 Ninjago sets. Just these wacky different weapon builds. So you just have like a standard golden sword, this like double spiked weapon, a sai, this looks like a longer spear. Obviously the tool rack has a wrench and a hammer, and then on the other one you have a katana with a tassel, an interesting new scythe build which I've never seen before, an axe which is pretty cool to get, and then a more classic LEGO spear. But yeah, this is just a nice way to mix things up. Give your characters different weapons, give like the trading dummy different weapons. I think these are cool. And because these are 4 wide, you can place them on any of the jumper pieces that you saw in this set. So for example, if you want them in the dojo, you can have them there. Or in the back of the blacksmith shop for some reason. You have all those options. Here's the dojo with those added to the back. And you can see, unfortunately, this like spear build's too tall to be put here. But you could rearrange these weapons if you want to make them all fit. I think it definitely helps add to the build a little bit. But that's the whole idea of this set. You can put these there, you can not put them there. It's entirely up to you. It's a brick box. All the builds that you saw this set are purely just suggestions. You could just build your own thing if you wanted to. But I think that's about all I have to show you for the builds of this set. So now let's take a look at these 6 minifigures included, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. Here are the first 2 minifigures in this set. We have Core Kai and Core Nia. Neither of these 2 are new for this wave, nor exclusive to this set, and funnily enough, it's the same exact 2 ninja that come in Kai's Mech Rider from the same wave. However, I think they're both good to be included here. Kai is of course the main most popular ninja, and I think it's good to have a male character and a female character in the brick box, so I think these 2 were the correct choice. In terms of their outfits, I've reviewed them many times times before, but in case you're new and sure, I like them. I think Kai especially, the bright orange looks amazing. And Nia, I love all the metallic printing on her. Great color combination. Their like solid color arms look a bit weird, and I'm not sure how I feel about like the different color between their pants and their torsos. However, it works better with these guys than it does on some of the other ninja, so I honestly don't mind it much. I'm happy they both include their armor pieces here, because a lot of times in sets made for younger kids they won't include those, but no, they still did, which I do appreciate. You do get the full versions of these characters. There they are with their hoods and armor removed, and there's their back torso prints as well as their alternate faces. Back torso prints both have that ninja logo, and both look quite good. Here are the next two minifigures in the set. We have Master Wu, and then we have Bone Hunter. This version of Master Wu is the same one that came in the core sets last year, and I'm very happy to see him again. He only came in the most expensive set from that wave, and it was $100, so I never really expected him to be reprinted. I thought he was going to stay exclusive to that set, but no, this is now a cheaper way to get him, which is great to see, because this is a great version of Wu. I love like the tan outfit he has on. It's very unique compared to other Wu suits. Around the back he's got a little symbol that says Master Ninjago. That's of course to match with the other ninja who say ninja on the back. Some metallic gold printing down here too, which looks really cool. Just such a high level of detail on this minifigure. I'm so happy to get a second of him finally, as well as to have him in a much more affordable set for anyone who did not want to buy the bigger set. There he is with the beard removed, but I do find it strange how he uses Wu's classic face instead of his more modern one. The figure last year did that too, but yeah, I'm not sure why. But yeah, the torso looks really good even with the beard removed. There's a ton of detail there. I especially love the golden trim on like the tan robe. That looks really nice. And then Bone Hunter I think is a nice inclusion. I'm glad you do get a bad guy here, because I wouldn't have been surprised if a set like this just did not include a bad guy at all. But yeah, he's pretty much the most generic version of the Bone villains, and he's good but quite common. Some of the other Bone villains look better, but the silver on him is still pretty cool, and I do really like the spring green used. That jaw piece is new for this wave and it's nice to get, even though I'm not the biggest fan of how it's used. There he is with his hat and mask removed, and you can see he also comes with the bone weapon pack as his accessories. The only one the set actually tells you to use is the scythe right here, but you do get the full weapon pack, so that just gives you some extra parts to play around with in your collection. And you can see back torso print very similar to the front torso print. So yeah, both quite good inclusions. Master Wu especially I think is very exciting, and this guy, while on his own is not the most exciting, it's always nice to get more just the generic villains, and I'm glad that you do get a villain in the brick box set. And then the final two minifigures in this set are very interesting. They are all new and exclusive to this set. We have Apprentice Male and Apprentice Female. Now, I believe these characters are meant to be self-insert characters for kids playing with this set, because of course core is not canon, so they can include more characters like this. So the idea is the set's meant for kids to use their imagination, build your own things, and you can imagine these two characters like learning from the ninja, becoming ninja themselves. So I believe the only like actual exclusive part about them is their torsos, their legs that come in other Ninjago sets before, and their heads and hair pieces are from LEGO City, I believe. But yeah, they've got an all-new torso that says dojo in Ninjago. Red and white's a fairly unique color combination that I think works really well here. And then turning them around, you can see their back torso prints, where they actually do have the ninja logo that the rest of the ninja have, as well as more of those red stripes. From the back, this actually kind of reminds me of the classic Wu suit, which I think is actually a kind of cool touch. And then you can see they come with brown katanas as their accessories, which are very nice parts to get. These parts have existed for a few years, but are not super common in Ninjago sets. In fact, I just placed an order where I bought like 10 of them because I felt like I didn't have enough of them, and now they finally come in a Ninjago set. But yeah, those are cool to see. The hair pieces included are pretty good too. Really love the color on the spiky hairpiece. The hairpiece itself is fairly common, but I'm not sure how common this color is. And then the curly haired bun on the female character is really good too. Then taking the hairpieces off, you could see their full face prints. I think the male character's smile is a little too intense for my liking, but I do like the neutral face on the female character. And actually, I take it back. Her alternate face has that wider smile, while the alternate face on the male character has a more neutral smile. So yeah, fine face fronts of both of them. Nothing too exciting in my opinion, but I think the idea of apprentice characters is actually really creative, and a brick box is a perfect place to include them. So I'm actually quite happy to see them here, and it's nice that they have new exclusive torso prints. And so, overall, what are my thoughts on this set? I honestly think this set's really good. Of course, it's not going to be for everybody. If you're an adult fan of LEGO, long-term Ninjago collector, you may not have any interest in this set, and that's perfectly fine. It's not really made for you. But I think for LEGO's target audience, kids, this is a fantastic set. Like, I know when I was a kid, I would have my original characters that I would pretend was friends with a ninja, so this set includes minifigures to do just that. And the entire brick box concept provides like a nice simple way for kids to build easy builds, and pieces that are meant to be taken apart and rebuilt into different things. So I do think there's a lot to like here. I'm not sure how good these pieces are for like building your own things and not just building what the instructions tell you to. Maybe I'll make a full video trying to do that in the future. Let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in that. But even still, I think just the base builds you get are really fun. And even if the pieces aren't useful for building your own things, the builds you do get in this set are very easy to customize, which also like opens up to a lot of creativity. Now, I've seen a lot of people complain about the price of this set. However, I don't really agree. I think the price on this set is perfectly fine. It's nearly 600 pieces for $60, which is not amazing, but that's a decent price per part. However, what I feel a lot of people are are failing to consider is the actual brick box that it comes with. That is an entire storage container you just get as bonus here. So considering these 6 minifigures, including the 2 exclusive ones, as well as this now being the cheapest way to get this version of Woo, nearly 600 pieces, and an entire storage container, I think it's actually worth the price. On sale, obviously, is always going to be better, but yeah, compared to a lot of LEGO sets nowadays, I would not call this overpriced at all. I think this is a perfectly justifiable price. So while this set's definitely not going to be for everybody, if you just like fun, simple builds, I think you'll really enjoy this set. And I think for kids especially those just getting into Ninjago, this is an excellent set, and I cannot recommend it enough. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have a bunch of early 2023 reviews up on the channel right now, as well as more coming over the next few days, including more Ninjago reviews as well as a bunch of other themes. So if any of that sounds like something you're interested in, go check out the channel and give some of those videos a watch. But as for this video, I think that's about all I have to say. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!